Very warm welcome to all of you once again the video tutorial lecture series presented by Professor Rakesh Yashwant Gedam. On the very high demand of different students from different colleges and university, I am going to present and give some idea about the data structure and how the data structure play important and vital role while the designing or developing a computer application or a computer program. We will going to discuss in this particular video. So my dear student, my question is why the data structure is so important or an essential subject for not only a student of computer science but also any of the person who is going to involve or interacting with the electronic digits. I think in today's world we are useless or hopeless without electronic gadget. Literally everyone having at least a mobile phone in their pocket or computer, laptop or some electronic gadget at their home. So without the electronic gadget we are not able to perform our daily activity even though. So when we are going to interact with the electronics device, then the data structure going to play a very vital and crucial aspect to manage and handle this particular device. And why this is so is going to elaborate by the data structure, and hence I would like to say data structure not only a subject for a computer science or electronics student, it is a subject everyone need to understand if they are using the electronic gadget. So let's try to understand the data structure in a more general way rather than the specific way for a computer science or a electronics student. So let's try to demonstrate or elaborate a data structure in a such a way that the non-IT or non-computer student even though try to cope up the correlated thing. सो जैसा हमको सबको पता है कि आज कंप्यूटर, लैपटॉप या मोबाइल सबके पॉकेट में रहता ही रहता है या उसके बिना हमारा काम लगभग होना इम्पॉसिबल है. बट सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि हाउ वी मैनेज द डेटा और हाउ वी एक्सेस द डेटा which is already stored in our computer or a mobile, or how we are manage our memory in term of accessing the data. So a computer or a laptop or a mobile provide a manage way to organize the data for effective and efficiently accessing. This mean or this mechanism is nothing but a data structure, and hence a data structure is a very important paper. And I think each and every university where the subject computer science has been taught, they desperately involve this particular paper, say data structure, in their syllabus. So let's we try to define the data structure. The data structure is a nothing but a way to storing a data in a computer memory so that effectively and efficiently can be accessed. So we may say like that, the group of data element which provide the efficient way of storing and organizing the data in a computer that can be used efficiently. So efficiently and effectively storing and organizing the data in a computer memory is nothing but a way of data structure. So now the question arises, why the data structure has been so much focused, or each and every university is going to include this particular paper in your syllabus, and why the data structure is so crucial and important. So let's try to find out the answer of this particular question. So my dear student, as we are using the laptop, mobile or a computer, so there is some programmer is going to develop such kind of program. किसी न किसी डेवलपर ने, किसी न किसी कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामर ने ही वो प्रोग्राम बनाया होगा. सो effectively handle this data which is going to stored either in a computer, laptop or a mobile or any electronics device is managed or handled by the data structure. So in short we can say the data structure is nothing but a mechanism or a way to handle the data which is already stored or maybe going to store in the computer memory is managed by data structure only. And of course the computer programmer or a software programmer is going to write the program to manage this data, and hence he or she has to know about the data structure thoroughly so that they can effectively and efficiently handle the data which is already stored in the computer memory or mobile memory or going to stored in future or computer or mobile memory. It is also performing the vital role to enhance the performance of our computer program or a software, because if we already stored some data or some piece of information inside our computer or a laptop and we are not effectively able to capture this data for our future use, so there is no mechanism to build such kind of a software or such kind of program. Hence, to enhance the performance of our computer system or a mobile, data structure again play a very vital role. So without a data structure we cannot think about to develop the effective and efficient software, and hence the knowledge of a data structure play very very vital role in development of a software. So let's try to analyze few advantages, or we can say few importance, so that data structure help us to design or develop a good program. So first term is efficiency. So obviously अगर हमने कोई प्रोग्राम लिखा है, उस प्रोग्राम के थ्रू हमने कोई डेटा स्टोर किया है या हम फ्यूचर में वो डेटा स्टोर करने वाले हैं, और उस डेटा को हम अपने हिसाब से, अपने रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से अगर फेच नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो इज दैट एनी यूज ऑफ सच काइंड ऑफ अ सॉफ्टवेयर? आई थिंक नो, नेवर. क्या मतलब है? सपोज मैंने अपने एक मोबाइल के कॉन्टैक्ट लिस्ट में 100 या 200 लोगों के नंबर सेव किए हुए हैं, और मुझे इमरजेंसी में XYZ बंदे का नंबर अगर डायल करना है और मैं उस नंबर को पिक ही नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, तो इज दैट मीन ऑफ सच मोबाइल? नो, नेवर ना. सो टू efficiency achieved, we require to understand the good data structure, and without knowledge of a data structure we cannot achieve the efficiency. So efficiency of program is totally depend upon our data structure. For example, suppose I want to search a element from our list. In that case, order array, binary search tree or a hash tree is a perfect choice rather than the linear array. क्या होगा लीनियर एरे में? मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल के थ्रू बताता हूँ. सपोज मेरे मोबाइल में 100 लोगों के कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर सेव हैं. अगर मैं लीनियर अरे के थ्रू अगर जाता हूँ तो मुझे वन बाय वन सब के क्या करना पड़ता है, नंबर सर्च करना पड़ता है. और सपोज उस बंदे का नंबर अगर 99 प्लेस पे होगा तो मुझे 1 से 99 तक के 1 to 99 आई हैव टू सर्च दी वन बाय वन रिकॉर्ड. मुझे लगता है ये कोई इफेक्टिव चॉइस नहीं है. तब तक के तो हमारा काम हो जाएगा. अगर इमरजेंसी में मुझे उसको कॉल करना, मैं पागल हो जाऊंगा और शायद मैं उसको डायल ही नहीं कर पाऊंगा नंबर. सो इट इज नॉट अ गुड चॉइस. सो व्हाट वेयर द चॉइस टू अस? वी हैव द चॉइस or taking a order array, binary search tree or hash table. Those are nothing but the terminology is going to interact with the data structure. So मैं सिर्फ एग्जांपल आपको इसलिए दे रहा हूँ ताकि आप कोप अप कर पाए चीज़ों को. So if you are the student of data structure, so you know very well where to use array, where to use the order array, where to use the binary search tree and where to use the hash table. So it is going to very very useful to us to achieve the efficiency of program. Then reusability. Reusability is achieved by data structure because once we implement the particular data structure, we can use in the another place. An implementation of data structure can be compiled into libraries which can be used by different client. इसका आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ. जैसे आप मोबाइल से अपने प्ले स्टोर में जाके कोई पर्टिकुलर XYZ सॉफ्टवेयर डाउनलोड करते हैं, तो वो सॉफ्टवेयर तो कहीं किसी XYZ क्लाइंट ने बनाया, XYZ किसी डेवलपर ने बनाया रहता है. उसने XYZ कोई डेटा स्ट्रक्चर लिया होगा, उसने XYZ कोई फाइल्स लिया होगा, तो वो फाइल्स ऑलरेडी कंपाइल्ड है. लेकिन उसके ऑलरेडी कंपाइल्ड प्रोग्राम को आप यूज करना चाहते हो अपने पर्पस से, सो ये अचीव हो सकता है बाय मीन ऑफ effectively selective data structure and hence reusability can be achieved. Perfect example is WhatsApp. पता नहीं दुनिया में कितने लोग आज WhatsApp यूज करते हैं, जबकि WhatsApp बनाया तो एक किसी बंदे ने था. उस WhatsApp का अपग्रेड तो उसने एक जगह अपने वर्जन पर डाला हुआ था, लेकिन वी कैन अचीव दिस लेटेस्ट वर्जन ऑफ WhatsApp एंड वी कैन एंजॉय द फीचर ऑफ WhatsApp. So this is all about the reusability and this is can be done through the data structure only. So our computer programmer must know that which, where and what data structure they should be used to achieve the reusability too. Then abstraction. Data structure is specified by the ADT. मतलब abstract data type. Data structure is specified the abstract data type which provide the level of abstraction. Means the client of a programmer use the data structure through interface only without getting the implementation detail. I just give the example of WhatsApp. WhatsApp आप क्या करते हैं, अपने मोबाइल पे इंस्टॉल करते हैं. इंस्टॉल करने के बाद में उसको एक्सेस करते हैं, पर क्या किसी ने जानने की, सोचने की, समझने की कोशिश तो भी की होती है क्या कि WhatsApp के कोड के अंदर क्या लिखा होगा? नो, नेवर. We need not to go into detail. We are just enjoying the feature which is provided by the WhatsApp. And hence the interface is totally abstracted by the coder. And hence data structure play a very important role to give the abstraction to. So to achieve the efficiency of program, to achieve reusability of program and provide the abstraction level to our program, a good software developer or a programmer must have the knowledge of data structure. So let's we check what are the general operation may perform on a data structure. मैं टिपिकली कंप्यूटर साइंस के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए नहीं बात करते हुए मैं नॉर्मल कोई मोबाइल या लैपटॉप यूज़र के पर्सपेक्टिव से बात करता हूँ, ताकि उसको डेटा स्ट्रक्चर का जो फंडामेंटल एस्पेक्ट है वो समझा सकूँ. सो लेट्स टेक द अगेन एग्जांपल ऑफ आवर मोबाइल फोन. We have the 100 contact in our list, just say example, and we want to visit one by one each and every contact of our list. This mechanism is called visiting the element or searching or sorting the element. So traversing is nothing but an operation in which we can traverse the each and every element of a list. Means the every data structure contain the set of data element, and traversing a data structure mean visiting of each element of data structure in order to perform some specific operation. Like मैं ट्रैवर्स किस लिए कर रहा था, ऐसे ही तो ट्रैवर्स नहीं कर रहा होगा. अगर मैं 1 से लेके 100 तक के कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर सर्च कर रहा होगा या ढूंढ रहा होगा तो किसी न किसी इंटेंशनली पर्पज से कर ही रहा होगा. सो दैट ट्रैवर्सिंग इज वन ऑफ द ऑपरेशन मे बी परफॉर्म ऑन अवर डेटा स्ट्रक्चर. Second important operation is that insertion. Suppose you have the 100 list or contact and you want to add some more contact in your contact list. So obviously we can add in our mobile contact list, and this add facility is called insertion operation or data structure. Then similarly deletion. We can delete some contact from our contact list. I am not only here telling about the insertion deletion only in the contact list. This is implemented to the any of things we can perform on our computer system even though. So let's take the example of deletion. हम लोग सिमिलरली अपने मोबाइल के कॉन्टेक्ट लिस्ट में से किसी का नंबर डिलीट भी कर सकते हैं अगर हमको नहीं चाहिए तो। यस, उसके बहुत सारे रीजन हो सकते हैं, वी डोंट हैव द स्पेस और वी डोंट वांट टू कीप इन टच विद द पर्टिकुलर XYZ पीपल, सो वांट टू रिमूव द पर्टिकुलर नंबर. So yes, might be deletion also be one of operation which is either be one of the important aspect for data structure user. And searching means finding the someone contact from our contact list to perform some specific operation. And for searching we have two type of searching mechanism, say either linear search or binary search. So the student of data structure will know in detail in our upcoming videos when we are working with the sorting and searching technology. But right now, yes, we can perform searching operation on your data structure too. And then next, sorting. Yes, suppose we want to sort our contact by their alphabets, तो आपने अपने मोबाइल के लिस्ट में देखा होगा कि ये अल्फ़ाबेट से आने वाले सभी कॉन्टैक्ट जो होते हैं वो दिखते हैं, फिर बी अल्फ़ाबेट से आने वाले, फिर अप टू जेड. सो यस, माइट बी वी आर सॉर्टिंग द एलिमेंट इन द स्पेसिफिक ऑर्डर and either by the ascending order or descending order. And this sorting mechanism is help us to sort the to solve the many issues like that कि अगर मुझे 100 कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर थे और सपोज आपको सर्च करना है आर इनिशियल से किसी बंदे का कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर, तो इट्स अ वेरी ट्रेडियस जॉब टू सर्च फ्रॉम A to Z एंड देन सर्च फॉर आर अल्फ़ाबेट. सो what happened if there is a contact which are appear from R initial only? We just need to check out directly from R initial, so it will help out to sorting the element very frequently and easily. So in that case we have some sorting mechanism, say insertion sort, bubble sort, selection sort, and due to this sorting mechanism we are able to sorting our mobile phone list is a very convenient way. So we can say that ki sorting is also one of the important feature of our data structure. Next important operation is that the merging. Yes, we can merge our two lists. Suppose आपके पास एक contact list है, सपोज मान के चलते हैं कि आपके पास कोई पुराना फ़ोन था, आपने नया फ़ोन लिया है एंड यू वांट टू मर्ज द कॉन्टैक्ट फ्रॉम मोबाइल 1 to मोबाइल 2. इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सिनेरियो व्हाट हैपेंड, you want take a new mobile and whether you want to copy the all contact from the previous contact list. So yes, in that particular scenario you want to merge your number merge the two separate contact lists. So yes, in our mobile phone there should be a facility of merging too, and hence we have the merging algorithm too. So those are nothing but a few operation which we generally perform on almost each and every data structure. Likewise, they're traversing, insertion, deletion, searching, sorting, merging, etc. So we are discussing about the data structure. But what are the data structure? किस तरह के डेटा स्ट्रक्चर होते हैं जिनके थ्रू एक डेवलपर या प्रोग्रामर हमारे लिए अच्छा एप्लीकेशन बना सकता है. Let's try to understand those in detail. So my dear student, as we know that there are two kind of data type. One is fundamental data type and one is derived data type. Fundamental data type also known as the primitive data type, built-in data type or primary data type. Built-in, primary or a fundamental data type are nothing but those kind of data type which are come along with the compiler, जो हमारे कंपाइलर के साथ में बाय डिफ़ॉल्ट आते हैं. एंड बेस्ड ऑन दिस प्रिमिटिव बिल्ड इन आर बेसिक डेटा टाइप वी कैन डेवलप दी अनदर काइंड ऑफ डेटा टाइप विच इज नोन इज यूजर डिफाइंड डेटा टाइप आर डिराइव डेटा टाइप. सो जो हमारे पास कंपाइलर्स के साथ में इनबिल्ड डेटा टाइप आए हैं, उन डेटा टाइप के हेल्प से अगर हम दूसरे डेटा टाइप डिराइव कर सकते हैं या बना सकते हैं, उस मैकेनिज्म को हम कहते हैं यूजर डिफाइंड डेटा टाइप और डिराइव डेटा टाइप. Similarly, in data structure, based on the built-in data type which is available to us, we kept in the one category say known as a primitive data structure, and the another category which is known as user defined data type consider in the category of non-primitive data type. So we can broadly say that our data structure falls in the two category, primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. Then our non-primitive data structure furtherly classified in two another way, say linear data structure and non-linear data structure. What do you mean to linear data structure? Linear data structure is nothing but a way where we organize a element in a memory in a very systematic way or a very systematic order or a contiguous manner. I would like to say like that. Whereas non-linear fashion, we are not bothered about where we storing the particular data. We are provide some link or some mechanism by which we can access this data. So we will talk about the non-primitive data structure. In non-primitive data structure, we have two categories, say linear and non-linear. So let's check the linear data structure. So linear data structure furtherly classified again two types, said that is static and dynamic. Static मतलब वो data type जो आपके compile time में execute होंगे, and dynamic data type are nothing but those kind of data type or data structure which is going to evaluate and execute at the runtime, say like that linked list, stack and queue. So let's check one by one. A linear data structure is called linear if all of elements arrange in the linear order. In linear data structure, elements are stored in non-hierarchical way where the each element has successor and preceders except the first and last element. So those are some categories of linear data structure. Let's we check. Array, as we know that the array is nothing but a homogeneous collection of data element in which or computer memory where data are stored, and it is a similar kind of data is going to store in the array, whereas in a linked list we are store the data by mean of some nodes, and it is in a non-contiguous memory location. The next kind of data structure is a stack. Stack is a linear data structure in which insertion or deletion takes place only one location known as the top of the stack. Generally stack is implemented in electronic machine, especially theoretical computer science students say they are using the push down automata. जैसे आपने लिफ्ट में यूज लिफ्ट के तरीके एप्लीकेशन में, या जहाँ इंसर्शन या डिलीशन एक ही एंड से हो वहाँ आप स्टैक का यूज करते हैं. The next kind of data structure is a queue. Queue is the linear data structure in which insertion takes place one location is called rear, and deletion takes place another location is called front. And a queue is very much used for developing a good operating system or developing some compiler kind of sort things. In non-linear data structure, we have tree and graph. So tree and graph is very useful to designing the DBMS or database management system. Without knowledge of tree and graph, we cannot thinking to design a good database management system. So our tree is a multi-valued data structure with hierarchical relationship among the element known as nodes. The bottommost node in the hierarchy is called leaf node, while the topmost node is called root node, and each node contains the pointer to its adjacent node. And yes, there should be a parent-child relationship among the each individual node, and by mean to of that we can access the data not only in our mobile phone or any computer devices, but we can access this through the LE electronics gadget. Then graph is defined as the pictorial representation of set of element which is connected by link with the mean of some vertices and edges, and graph is very much useful to solve the various application of a computer science, and hence without knowledge of those kind of data structure we cannot thinking to design a good computer program. Hence we leave for today. I hope you people are enjoyed our video, so stay tuned, like and share for our upcoming video. Thank you very much for being with us.